Marilyn Monroe spent most of her childhood in foster homes and never knew her father. She went from a housewife to a Hollywood star. Welcome to African Dream Motivation. Marilyn Monroe was born in Los Angeles. Her father was extremely abusive, and her mother, Gladys, had to find a way out of the marriage. When she finally filed for divorce, her husband kidnapped her children and moved away with them. After the divorce, Gladys was pregnant with Marilyn. Even though she was not psychologically and financially prepared, she took good care of young Marilyn in her early days. Marilyn was never told she had a sister until she was 12 years old, and only met her when they were adults. Gladys placed her daughter with an evangelical Christian foster parent in the rural areas of Hatton. Gladys stayed around her daughter for 6 months and finally left for the city to work, but she occasionally visited Marilyn on weekends. Her mother, Gladys, had a mental breakdown and was diagnosed as paranoid schizophrenia. As her conditions worsened, she was committed to the hospital permanently and couldn't visit her daughter anymore. In her mother's absence, she became a ward of the state. When she was 16 years old, she was sexually abused. She was a shy girl and later developed a stutter, which made her even a more reserved person. She spent most of her childhood in foster homes and orphanages. Grace Goddard was her mother's friend who was trying so hard to adopt her from the state, but the laws made it very difficult. While Marilyn was growing, she didn't want to return to the orphanage home anymore and had to do something. To prevent being sent back to the orphanage home, she married their neighbor's son, who was 19 years old, just after her 16th birthday. She dropped out of school to become a housewife. She then found a job in a factory after World War II, where she met a photographer from Motion Picture Unit who was sent by the US Army Air Force. The photographer's mission was to shoot morale-boosting pictures of female workers. Marilyn got interested in modeling, and even though none of the pictures were used, she left her job to begin a modeling career by signing a contract with Blue Book Model Agency where the photographer worked. In 1946, she divorced her husband, who was against her having a career as a model. She went on to become one of the most sought-after models, working with big-time companies. Later in her career, she wanted to explore the movie industry, and she happened to work with the 20th Century Fox and Columbia Pictures in her acting career. For the first 6 months, she had no film roles, so she dedicated her time to taking acting, singing and dancing classes to help her land on lead roles later on. Eager to learn more about the film industry, she spent some time at the studio to observe and learn how others perform. Her contract was renewed, and she was given her first film role. Her teachers thought she was too shy and insecure to have a future in acting, so Fox didn't renew her contract in August 1947. So she returned to modeling, but she stuck to doing odd jobs at film studios in an attempt to develop herself for a comeback later. After working so hard for her comeback, she was able to secure a deal with Fox again, and that was her breakthrough in acting. Her performance was outstanding, and she became so popular. In 1953, Monroe was one of the most marketable Hollywood stars and played lead roles in most of the movies she was featured in. In 1954, she founded her own film production company. She was recognized as one of the most successful movie stars of her time. Thanks for watching this video to the end. Let me know what you think in the comment section. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell. Also, share this video with anyone you believe will love it as you did. Thanks again. See you in our next video. Until then, have a nice day.